Morning,
Boom.
good morning. Well, good afternoon. I got to get myself
Hey,
accustomed to saying good afternoon.
good
Good
after.
afternoon, everybody. It's your boy Jada and your girl.
Yo, D.
And we spilling the tea, baby. Bringing you the tea without the honey because it ain't
It ain't
sweet. It
sweet.
ain't
It ain't
sweet at
sweet.
all.
Not at
It
all,
ain't
baby.
sweet at all, guys. I hope all is well with everybody. I
Oh, let
hope
me
you
turn
guys
this back.
got your tea brewed up and your coffee brewed up because we're gonna spill some tea. Um, I hope all is well with everybody. Let me see how many people we got on. We got about 3 people on.
Oh,
I'm looking. I don't
Nigel.
see Nigel. Okay, so
Uh huh.
He's on. Good morning, Nigel. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. That's the only
Um,
one I really see, actually.
okay, okay. Because I'm actually in a group. I be trying to figure out like, yo, am I in the group chat, the group page,
I
or
know,
because I know
right?
we got two. So I'm trying to figure out like which one am I in?
I be in both.
Okay,
I be
okay.
trying to be in both. So, yeah, so, okay. So, good morning, Nigel. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. I'm doing the same thing, Jay!
Uh,
Ah!
uh,
It's this tea. I should have had coffee. Forget that.
I'm surprised you drinking tea. You more of a coffee drinker. I ain't. I had some tea earlier. I'm good now. But
Good morning,
guys, yeah, I
Crystal.
hope
Good
all is well with
morning.
everybody. I'm just trying to get myself together here. Like I took the COVID shot. I didn't even tell you, Yodi. I took the booster last week, last Friday.
Oh, you
No, actually
did.
last Thursday. Yeah, because it was mandatory. It was
Mm-hmm.
mandatory by my job, and a lot of people were going to get the booster shot at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really want to do it. I really didn't want to do it. I had to do it. It's mandation by the job. And it's funny because I did it on Thursday. When I went to work that Friday, I think it was that evening,
Mm-hmm.
they told us that they sent the memorandum out Friday evening
Uh-huh.
saying that they were going to put the mandatory boosters on hold for 3 months. They did us dirty. They did us dirty, and a lot of us are upset about it because y'all made they put that memorandum out in the evening. They did it in the
Mm.
evening. We didn't get
Yep.
the email till the evening, so they made sure that they try to get as many people to take the
Mm-hmm.
vaccination before they put that memorandum out.
Because you
You
know they're
know,
supposed to be getting rid of the mandates. The
right,
mask
right. Because let
mandate.
me tell you, I'm gonna tell you why they got rid. They want to get rid of the mandates because a lot of the nurses left. They went to do travel and nursing. It was like, why should I have to be subjected to a booster shot when I can go to another state and work as a traveling nurse and they don't have no mandations in these states, So
Right.
that's what a lot of them did. A lot of them moved. They left it. They didn't quit. They resigned,
Mm-hmm.
and because working for the city, when you resign, you have a year to come back.
Right.
You got a
Right.
year to come
Right.
back.
Right.
So yeah, so they left. I guess a lot of them was just hoping that maybe things would change within a few months after they left. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But a lot of them ended up once their contracts were over with. A lot of them ended up coming back. But for me, with this whole COVID, I'm actually going through it now. I've been having chills off and on for this past 7 days.
Oh
I
man.
mean, for the
I heard
past
but I heard
yeah.
the booster is sometimes like if you don't get the symptoms when you take the initial shot, that sometimes you get it when you get the booster. That it'll give you,
Really?
yeah, yeah. But no, they as like I said, they want to stop the mandate or
Hmm.
the mask, everything. But I
Well,
think,
they
like you
yeah,
said, they
they
trying to
did. They
get as
definitely stopped the
many.
mandate. They definitely stopped the mandate for 3 months. At
Mm-hmm.
for healthcare workers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Facebook user is, but they said, "Oh wow, it's mandated to take the booster now." Yes,
That's
and then,
Crystal.
who?
Crystal King.
Oh, okay, Crystal King. Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's a mandate. It's a mandate, and not just that. Like I caught that variant back in December 26th. So I still got a lot of antibodies in me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why are you pushing booster shots on people who just had COVID? You know what I'm saying? Give people's bodies enough time to heal.
Right.
And then you want to inject more medicine into them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I'm really feeling the after facts, the aftermath of it. Like it didn't happen right away. When I got the booster shot, I was fine. A couple of days later, I'm getting night sweats. I'm got chills, and I had like to the point, and I'm always hot. I'm I'm
Mhm.
I'm warm blooded. I'm always hot. So for me to be cold and goosebumps, like I was even last night, you saw I was at my family's house. I
Mhm.
was sitting there laying, and I'm showing them. I'm like, look at my arms. You could see the goosebumps, and it was like coming and going, coming and going. So not only did I have that, I also had like when I would raise my hand because I had the booster in this arm. When I would raise it, I would feel like a little pinch, a
Oh
little pinch,
wow.
a little pinch. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
there's definitely side effects. There's definitely side
Oh.
effects, and
Mm-mm.
I've asked a few of my coworkers, were they feeling kind of the same, were they having the same similarities, and a lot of them did say that they were having the chills
Oh wow.
off and on chills, off and on chills. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah,
Mm-mm. This is my
yeah,
antibody right here, baby. Right
right,
here, baby.
right. So I,
Mm-hmm.
I said what I'm gonna do starting today. After this show is over, I'm going to the health food store and I'm going to detox. I'm gonna do a detox.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a 2 week detox so that whatever is in my system, I can get it out. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly. And I'm telling you,
Yeah,
even with the coffee, I started incorporating in my coffee some Irish moss. It tastes really good. I make it
yeah.
like a vanilla Irish moss, and I put it in my coffee. And then now I have the orange ginger tea because of the
Hmm.
citrus. Excellent. So this is what I do every morning, either or. You know, I'm.
Yeah.
I mean, I may not be in the best of weight, but I sure enough in that inside be working, be trying to
Right.
keep it moving.
Right.
You know. But I want to say good morning to D. Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Good morning,
morning, Delicia
Michelle.
Rich. Good morning. Thank you guys for
Yes.
joining the show.
Yes.
Um, we got a lot in store for you guys. I also wanted to talk about, well, before we go into our little talks or whatever, petting your peeve. You guys got anything petting your peeve this week?
Yeah.
Yo, do you got anything petting your peeve? I do. I'm gonna tell you
But,
real quick.
yeah. You tell
I
me
don't
your
want to make
pet
it
peeve.
long and drawn out. My pet peeve for this week is people that can't handle their liquor don't need to drink, damn it. Don't need to drink. And this is based off a situation that happened last night. I mean, we was all having a good time and it just went left. This
Really?
is one person, like, bruh, if you can't handle your liquor, don't drink at all. Don't drink
Yes.
at all. You was about to get hurt out here in them streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Wait. So he
yeah.
got. Wait. Did he get up? Did he get upset? Was he? Is he the one that drinks and want to fight?
This is somebody. This is put it this way. I'm not. I don't really want to say exactly what happened, but it was a family member, a new family member, somebody we just
Yeah.
like we're getting to know. That's family, and
Mm-hmm.
we all having a good time. We're adults. Everybody's drinking, having a good time, and then next thing you know, they just went left with it. They just went left. And it had got bad. It had got bad. Family members was ready to put hands, and so that's why I'm like, that was a pet peeve of mine. If you can't handle your liquor, don't drink at all. Don't do it.
Yes. Yes.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Don't
Because you
do it.
have you have certain you have certain emotional people when they drink. Either you got the fighter or you got the one that's get really nostalgic on you, and they
Yeah,
get really
that's what
emotional.
that one was. That one was an emotional, nostalgic drinker.
Yeah, you
Like,
get one that's
and the
really.
thing about it is, I don't know this family member well enough to say that okay, they are drunk. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know that. I don't know if they're drunk or not. Maybe their child said that when they're not drunk, they're great. They're good. They're good. But when they drink, oh my goodness. So if you know that alcohol puts you in another place, a
Mm-hmm.
place that you shouldn't be in, then
Right.
as an adult, especially when you got kids, you know what I'm saying, and the kids is involved, they seeing all of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. It was bad,
Oh
bad,
wow.
bad, bad.
Mm.
Yeah,
Bad, bad,
yeah.
bad, 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 bad. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh well.
So you got any pet peeves for the week? Anything
You know
petting your
what?
peeve?
I can't really say I have a pet peeve. I don't even know if that could be counted as a pet peeve, but I did find that something that was disturbing for me,
Hmm.
and that was on my Facebook. And all the time, I post a lot, especially I post a lot of products. I just post different things, share people's stuff. And the
Yeah.
only time I see that this person out of nowhere, because I mean, I never hear from this person at all, but the only time they ever reacted to anything that I posted, and it had to be like a negative comment to somebody else. Like, my thing is, if that's the case, out of everything that I post, if
Hmm.
that one little post that you needed to comment on that really wasn't even that serious, don't
Hmm.
even bother. Don't bother. Honestly,
Right.
that's just how I
Right.
feel. You know, if that's
Yeah.
all you could bring to the table is your negative spirit, and
Yeah.
I was ready to just block that person, but
You
D was
should. You
like,
should. You should have.
yeah, because D was
You ought
like,
to block
no,
them.
it's okay. And I'm like, nah, I
Is this
just,
somebody that you know Is somebody you know
not
personally,
really. That's
or?
what I said. I don't, like I said, I have people on my page, and you know me, Jay. I'll go down the line and just like people's stuff just because it don't even,
Mhm.
but I do it because just, people put their stuff on, they want you to like it, whatever. So I do it.
Yeah.
Some things I share. I try to do what I can do. But when only time I could hear anything and it had to be a negative comment at that, nah, I mean, come on now. I
Yeah.
just think that it wasn't even worth the time and the effort to even post a
Hmm.
comment. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's just more my pet peeve. You got so many things going on, and then I noticed, I'm like, when people share I don't know if you ever noticed this, but when people share your stuff on their page, it
People don't
seems
share
like,
my stuff. People
oh,
don't share my. I'm just
oh,
my stuff don't get shared. Most of my supporters is from people that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
okay,
it's just that's just what it is. So
okay,
yeah, people
yeah,
don't share my stuff. I mean,
uh,
and I don't feel no type of way about it. It is
no,
what it is.
no,
You
no.
know.
You get you
Anyway.
get, but I noticed maybe sometimes they don't share because the people on their page, I noticed they won't, if they shared something that they maybe think that they were attached to. I noticed that they don't like it, that their people
Hmm.
don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe
Yeah.
that's why people shy away from just sharing stuff on their page. I don't know, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's just crazy. I just find it just to be crazy. But everybody be talking about, oh, we need to support black business. I want to say, oh, shut the hell up.
Right. And
Pretty
the ones
much.
that be like,
Shut up with
"Oh, we
that.
need to," the ones that say that we need to don't even be supporting.
Right. So it's like, oh, it's
they
just
just they
something.
just they just be talking just to be talking. You know what I
Yeah, but I
mean?
guess to hope to get the likes. I guess I don't know because they damn sure don't. So
Right.
I don't want to sound angry like an angry black woman. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, guys. So so much has just been going on in the world. We got this whole situation with Russia and Ukraine, and I was on my aunt's Insta story this morning on Instagram. I just happened to look at her Insta story,
Mhm.
and what I came across, I work with some Ukrainian people. I'm not even gonna hold you. Cool. Down. One thing I can say about Russians and people from Ukraine, they and this is just based off of my experience. They are very cultured people. Cultured, I'd say cultured in terms of like they don't have a problem when it comes to eating other cultures' food. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
Okay.
they are especially the Ukraine people. They are some of my biggest supporters when it comes to buying like my food and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you would be some, people who didn't know, Ukraine people from Ukraine. It was a shock for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Okay.
eat jerk chicken. They eat. I guess it's because working around a diverse environment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But she
Mhm.
was like, she told me, one of my Ukrainian coworkers, she's like, I like Caribbean food more than I like my own culture
All right. That
food.
happens. That happens.
But I'm saying, I'm just saying this to say, like, I was shocked what I seen on my aunt's Insta story, because what I seen was, I didn't even notice there's a big population of Africans who live in Ukraine. Okay,
Mhm.
and what's happening now is a lot of the civilians are trying to leave, trying to flee,
Right.
and the government officials, they're allowing the citizens of Ukraine to get on these trains and leave, and they're leaving the Africans behind. They're leaving them behind. They literally have barricades up with their arms. Like they have like a chain of these officials keeping the Africans back from getting on the train, from escaping from Ukraine. You had this one African woman with her 3-month-old baby. It's freezing and the freezing cold, and they won't let any of the Africans get on that train to escape from Ukraine.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
terrible.
and it's heart wrenching because I think I saw something on an Instagram post, and somebody said about it, paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what they said, but in terms of lacing up our boots and going over there to help them. And
Uh
come
huh.
to find out now, this is what we always do. We always go and we always go to help, and we as a people always wind up getting the short end of the stick.
It's
Always.
terrible. And Delicia says, "I swear, black people can't catch a break." Man, listen, and I've been following this whole, war thing. I've been on YouTube because I don't have cable, so I just don't have cable, but I have Wi-Fi, so I'm always on YouTube, and reading based off the comments and stuff like that. A lot of people, are pouring out, their hearts, and they're showing their concern, especially the Africans. A lot of Africans are commenting, I salute you, you Ukrainians. You guys are resilient. You guys are this. You guys are that. But a lot of them don't know that this is what they're doing in Ukraine. They're keeping the blacks from getting on the train and leaving out. But they got a lot of supporters, and I know for a fact if a lot of these Africans, a lot of these Africans knew that this was happening, they wouldn't be supporting them. They wouldn't be
No,
supporting them.
no. I
It's
mean,
terrible.
and it is, and because a lot of the times we are not privy to a certain information. They don't want to show you but
Of
certain
course
things.
they hold. Of
Right.
course they put out there what they want us to know. You know what I'm
Exactly
saying?
right. Exactly
Yeah.
right. And my thing is that before we go running to help others, we need to really work on some of these crimes and stuff that we got going on here.
Right.
Honestly, we got to learn how to get along with each other here. We don't even know how to do that.
But one thing I will say, I said this. I mean, I feel real bad. That's what's happening to them Africans
Oh
over
yeah,
there.
I,
But
I, I
I'm
feel
holding
bad in the whole.
I'm holding their government accountable because let me tell you something. Had it been a United States citizen over there,
Hmm.
you best believe America's coming for us. You feel what I'm saying? They're not
Hmm.
leaving their citizens behind.
Right, right,
So
right.
I'm holding these African countries accountable for not, getting your citizens back home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
come on. If they're reaching out to the media, telling, I know a lot of them are contacting their families and letting them know that this was going on, and your governments are not stepping in to get them out of there.
exactly, exactly right. But that's why I say, and it's a shame because I don't know the laws and things of other governments and other countries. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a shame when you can't rely on your people, meaning where you're from, to come
Mm-hmm.
and get you out of a certain situation. It's like, where do you turn? Now you're at the
Right.
you're at the mercy of these people.
People, exactly. You're in their territory, you in their country, you got to do what they say. Yeah, and abide
Exactly.
by, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just like, I found that to be like just horrible. Like, y'all not gonna go and get y'all citizens. Y'all not gonna look after them, make sure they're good, make sure they, you know what I'm saying? And what's happening is I know some Ukrainians that are stuck in DR right now. They're stuck in DR. They can't even get back to Ukraine because Putin done took over, the air, I guess their airports or whatever. So they can't even get back. So they're stuck in Dominican Republic right now. And how I
Mhm.
found this out, I'm in this group chat, and she was just saying like, we're stuck, we don't know what to do, and I'm just like, this is terrible. But I know one thing: the United States is giving out refugee visas to get them out of there. You know?
Yeah, but I see
Yeah.
Crystal King just said, she put a post down. She said that's not true. America leave a lot of people behind, embassy workers in Ukraine, Iraq, and Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she just posted. So she said they leave a lot of America leave a lot of people behind too, or American citizens. So I mean, if you giving them what you said, refugees, something you just said.
A refugee visa,
Okay, well you need to
something,
just
something temporary. Yeah.
right. You need to get your people out of there as well.
Somebody said, yeah, America needs to mind their business. I feel bad for the innocent people, but then it can fall on other innocent people in countries. What are we gonna do if America goes to war? America don't want it from Russia. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're scared. That's why they don't want to send the troops over there. They are scared of Russia. Nobody wants to get involved. They're sending them ammunition, you know what I'm saying? All of what they need to fight the war. but they're not going in there for a good reason. They're scared. We're scared of Russia. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
wait,
Let's be
Nicole,
honest. We're
Nicole,
scared.
Nicole, Nicole said, Nicole said they are stepping in and they said that they will get them back. But why in the first place was we being held, right? And then she said they blew up the airport, which they did.
Yeah, they did.
They
They
blew up
blew it
the
up.
airport, So it's like why would this was something that was coming into play. Not it just didn't just start. So
Hmm.
when we knew, why not get our people out of there?
Exactly. Exactly.
That this was going to happen. This is
Or
not
they,
something
or
that just
anybody that
happened.
was just there as a temporary resident. Their government should have been contacting them. Look, this is what's about to go down. Y'all need to get on the next flight out. You know,
Yeah,
you need to
yeah.
get on the next flight out. But see, what's going to happen is, I really believe that Putin is going to be overthrown eventually, because so
So,
many lives is going to be lost. A lot of people are dying
oh,
now,
yeah,
and the casualties is happening over there. The citizens of Russia is not having it. They already protesting over there. They protesting. A lot of these, see, the older generations are conditioned to that dictatorship
dictatorship.
mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This new generation of people, they're not having it. A lot of them are over there protesting, telling, we don't want the war. A lot of those Russians have family members who live in Ukraine, friends, grandparents, relatives. So it's like, you killing your own people.
Right.
You
And
killing you pretty
Nigel
much killing your own people.
Nigel said America is not scared of Russia. We just finished fighting a 20-year pointless war. We don't need to go into war again. Okay? So, I mean,
I
my
I
thing,
I beg to differ. America's scared of Russia.
we ain't scared of nobody. Know that. We ain't scared of nobody.
When Russia had missiles pointing at us, remember they had the missiles pointing at us?
Mm-hmm.
What did we do? We did nothing. We did
But did they
nada.
fire them? Did they fire them? Because they know. Listen,
tapping
that's
in,
like,
tapping in. Look, tapping
listen,
into
that
the internet and stuff like that. Come on, Russia's been doing a lot.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's like bringing a gun to the fight with no bullets. Okay, it ain't do nothing. All right.
But they doing too much. They hacked our internet. You know what I'm saying? They during the elections, there was a lot of corruption going on with that, and Russia was involved in that as well. So I'm just saying, like, we are allowing Russia to do whatever Russia wants to do,
My thing is,
and they've been doing it for a long time.
I'm gonna go run after we done here. I'm gonna make sure I transfer my $2 out of the bank because if anything goes, I need to get my $2. All right,
Facebook
because
user said he blew up the airport. Yeah, he blew up the airport. He
yeah,
blew
he
up
blew
the
up the
airport.
airport.
Yeah, he blew up the airport. Not one, nobody can fly in to um to Ukraine unless you're military. Domestic and international flights are canceled going into Ukraine. Yeah, he
Well,
blew it
I
up.
mean, I mean, technically, I don't think I really would want to go right now. So I don't
Right.
think that would be really,
And to be honest with you, Ukraine is not. I mean, it's not really a tourist destination.
hmm
Most for Americans and I would say Canadians and stuff like that. We don't go to
right. No,
yeah, we don't
yeah,
go to Ukraine.
no,
Maybe the neighboring countries probably
yeah.
vacation there, but it's not really a vacation destination. I would never think about. The only reason why I thought about it because somebody I work with, they was just like, "Oh, my country's a beautiful country. You should
hmm
visit one day."
hmm
But no, no.
No, no. Good thing you didn't make that decision a couple of months ago. I mean, to come now, so it was a good thing. It's a good thing, right?
Facebook, who's Facebook user? They said agree, Jay. I see. I'm not in that group. So who
Yeah,
who is
that's
that?
Nicole. That's Nicole.
Okay.
Nicole said she
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Nigel said
Same
we had
here.
missiles. Nigel said we had missiles pointing back.
Yeah, I'm sure we did, but as I said, we are allowing Russia. We have allowed Russia to get away with a lot of stuff, a lot,
Mhm.
But they're hitting basically what they're gonna do instead of not going in, and which I think that they should. Russia swallows Ukraine. You know how many troops they have in comparison to Ukraine? It's so bad that they're giving the citizens ammunition. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
what you
giving
said?
the citizens.
How old? Jay, you said that they.
Yeah, they told the citizens of Ukraine, if you're between the ages of 18 and 60, you cannot leave. You have to fight. What is it? What good is any a 60-year-old to fight in a war? At least here in America, I think the cutoff is what,
30
35,
something.
40, 30. It's 30
30,
something.
30 something.
60 years
Yeah,
old, really?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's so bad that, yeah, they're giving the citizens ammunition because they're what he's trying to do. He's got Ukraine surrounded by all from the east, the north, south, east, and the west. They coming in from all corners. Okay,
Right. Hmm.
heading to the capital. Is the capital Kiev? Yeah, heading to the capital Kiev. So that's what he wants. He basically wants, and the reason a lot of people, because I'm trying to figure out, like, this is your neighboring country, your sister neighbor. Why are you coming for Ukraine? What is it? And what it is that he doesn't want Ukraine to become a democratic country. He doesn't want them to become independent.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
he doesn't want them to become independent. He doesn't want democracy there. So
Hmm.
that's the reason why he wants to invade Ukraine,
Hmm. Hmm.
take out Zelensky and put somebody else in his place to be a dictator of Ukraine. He done took over different. I forgot Baz, something with a B. It's a certain area that's on the border of Ukraine and Russia, which they already took over that territory back in 2014. And I didn't
Right.
even I didn't know this. I didn't know this. They've been having war.
Yeah, back and forth.
Back and forth. It started in 2014,
Hmm.
but now Putin is he done lost the man done lost his mind. He done lost his mind.
Well, in this day and time, I'm not surprised. A lot of them done lost their mind, and or if they ain't lose it, they lose. They on the verge of losing it. I'm telling. We live in. I mean, we've had wars, decades of wars and wars and wars, and we had pestilence, and we had all kind of things. But something to me, maybe it's because I'm living through this time that it just feels different. It's
Mm-hmm.
just something about now that's like it just feels like it just something is not setting right. It
Mm-hmm.
just feels different.
Of course,
So
it feels different, and all of what's going on. You want to go to war in a pandemic?
I think the pandemic was actually a distraction for the war.
You think so?
Yeah. I think the pandemic was a distraction for the war because remember, even when Trump was in office, he was going over there with Putin, even though they kind of was probably like,
Mm-hmm.
together on a lot of things, a
Yeah.
lot of issues, and that's why nothing really took place. But I really
Right.
feel like this was already in the making before the pandemic even hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why I see some of my Facebook posts where people are like, Trump was in office, this would have never happened. Da da da. Yeah, because he was like they were,
Yeah,
you
he was.
know.
They was cool. They was
Yeah,
cool. They was
exactly.
cool. And
So
I think it was on the strength of his wife being a European first lady of the United States. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It was on the basis of that and some other things. We all know Trump is a businessman, so he's all about
yeah.
uh, you know. One thing I could say when it comes to trying to strengthen the economy, he was good in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Other
Yeah, because
things,
it's the
not
bottom
so
line. At
great.
the end of the day, it's the bottom line. The dollars make dollars and cents.
Hmm.
Because now, I mean, not going off the subject, but these food prices are ridiculous.
Man, who
I'm,
you telling?
yeah, it's just too much for me. So if you guys have any comments, leave them below. Call in. Let us know how
Right,
you feel.
718-775-3609. So with that being said, we're gonna go into topic of the week. Topic of the week. Y'all ready for the topic of the week? And this is based off of an argument that Yodi and her son was having. She called me at work. Yo, J-Day, listen. So they was going back and forth. So I said, all right, so we'll talk about it. So topic of the week is going to be, should modern day women be more domestic? Should they? And where is Johnny? As a matter of fact, where is he?
I think he's
Because
downstairs.
he had a whole lot to say.
Yeah. Oh my
So
God. Jay, he argued me down. You hear me? Even to today, he argued me down. My son argued me down with
uh,
this that women nowadays are not domesticated. and not domesticated enough. I don't know how many women he done ran into, but that is
Mhm.
not domesticated enough.
Well, how old is Yanni?
25.
Okay, well, coming from a 25-year-old, I would expect that. Like in his age, like yeah, his age group of women.
Hmm. Hmm.
No, a lot of 25-year-olds are not domesticated.
He
They're
said
not.
even, yeah, because and it all came about because one day he came home. He came home from work,
Hmm.
and he's like, and I was sitting on the couch, and he's like, so he looked over. I'm looking at the couch because that's where he looked at me, and he was like,
Uh-huh.
so you didn't cook anything? I was like, whoa. Number one, I was like, whoa. I had to backtrack a little bit because I wanted to make sure that was my son talking and not Alex doing a ventriloquist act. Because I'm like, who are you talking to? And he said that's what's wrong with women. They're not domesticated enough.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, so what do you actually think? What do you mean by that? And he said,
Hmm.
well, when I get my wife, he wants the one that cooks, clean, take care of the kids.
Right.
So I said, okay. I said, what if she wanted to work? He said, oh, she could do that in her spare time, but she has to make sure everything is done in the house first.
I I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with that. And you already know how I feel about that. You part of your womanly duties is being domesticated, and if you want to stay home, I don't have a problem with that. But make sure you find a side hustle, babes. Make
Oh,
sure you find a side hustle. Nigel Frazier said, "Get your ass in that kitchen."
no. I'm like, yeah, but Nicole
Facebook
said
user said,
you can't be domestic when you have to pay half the bills or
or
most.
most. Well,
But then that
if you got to pay half the bills or the most, and when it comes to the women, then you ain't choose your mate correctly. You ain't choose your mate correctly. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm saying, why complain about paying bills when you should have chose somebody that was a little bit more financially secure.
right. And
If,
Crystal,
if that's if that's if that's an issue, I'm just saying.
right, and Crystal, he says he would bring home the money. My son said he'll bring home the money, but she
Uh-huh.
has to be there to cook, clean. My issue with that, because I don't have a problem, but my issue with that is, that men work from sun to sun, but women's work is never done. See, that would have to be scratched out because when you get
Right.
off at 5 o'clock, I'm getting off at 5 o'clock. So you can't walk through that door and talk about, oh, so you're gonna fix my plate of what? I fixed the food. You go in there and fix your plate. The children still need to maybe get their homework done. Well, we got to do that together. It's no way that I'm still going to be working. You came home, you're off. When do I get
Mhm.
off? You can't say, okay, Saturday and Sunday, you don't work at your job. So Saturday and Sunday, I don't work at mine.
Mhm.
Or we work together. But it's no way that I feel that women got to do all their work 7 days a week, and the only time they get rest is when they get ready to go to bed. No, you got to pitch in, bro. I'm sorry, you have to
So
pitch
what
in.
what do you what do you pitch in when you say pitch in? Pitch in terms of
After
like
we all ate dinner, you can go in there and bust some suds.
no, that's for the kids to do.
They not old enough yet.
Okay, well if they're not old enough, then that's one thing. That's one thing. I don't have
Right,
a problem doing that. I don't have a problem washing dishes. I
right.
don't have
You
a
have to
problem doing
go in
that.
there. It's now that we set a time, 5 o'clock, dinner's fixed, whatever. That's okay. I can work with that. But you
But I
cannot
find it
tell me that I'm still working and cleaning and putting the kids to bed, giving them a bath, while you sitting there talking about, well, I got to get ready for work tomorrow.
okay. Well, what if his job is backbreaking? I think a lot of women don't take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
The type of profession that they do. Maybe a garbage
oh,
man. Garbage men work very hard. They work very
oh.
hard. They out there picking up. You say, oh, like what happened, Yoda? You good? You good over there, sis?
Because I didn't know. Me personally, I didn't know that women's work was that easy. I missed the
I
mark
said,
on
I
that
said,
one.
I never said that women's work wasn't hard. I'm saying the type of work that a man does. I find it. You don't find women garbage. You don't find garbage women.
They have
You'll
them.
find
They
them
just
in
not in our
they
area.
I've never seen one. I have
They
all
have
my
them.
years. Maybe I missed that month,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've never seen any. No.
Yeah, they have them. Maybe not many, but they do have them. But
Mm.
and even so, they have women construction workers. I mean, but we talking about the housewife at this point, right? And that is some
Uh-huh.
back breaking work, believe it or not. And taking care of them freaking kids that walk around and eat, and you gotta lift them, you gotta lift the lawn. It's work. Going out to get groceries, bringing them bags in. It's work. It's back breaking work. It's not something that we just sitting on the couch eating bonbons.
But that's something that y'all signed up for, though. You don't think so?
The same way they
You
signed up for sanitation.
you ain't signed up to be domestic.
They signed up to be a garbage worker, right? They went. They said, "I'm gonna get that city job." They put in that application. They went and took that test. When they got called, they was like, "Oh, baby, I got the job." I got the job.
I
Okay.
don't care how good sanitation pay. Nah, I could never do sanitation, and my hat goes off to those who do it. Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Especially in the city of New York. I'm good on that. I'm
But
good
that's
on
what I'm
that.
saying. I'm like, when you really think about it, right? We all have back a housewife. How taking care of home is back. It can be back breaking work too, unless she's just not doing it.
And you got a lot of women that don't. What about those women
And
that
you got
don't
a lot
want to
of
be
women that
domestic?
do. Yeah, when we talk about the women that do.
I mean, well,
So I was saying, you got a lot of
Facebook
women.
user
Hmm.
Facebook user says when you're home being a housewife, the expectation is higher because what is your excuse? You're not at work, so do once dinner and dessert, breakfast in the morning before he goes to work, lunch pack, clothes wash, iron, and take the kids to school. All that's all that shit. All that
Yes,
shit is what you're saying.
yes.
Okay, well, you know, here we go with this bullshit again. Listen, it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna have y'all women teaming up with me on here. Okay.
No, 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 no. Jay, I totally get, like I told you, I do agree for the most part of, if you're home, then yeah, you can do those things. But I just think that it needs to be a guideline set. Like, all right, when you get home from work, this is what's gonna entail. Cause I'm not gonna keep working when you come home and you feel like it's time for you to relax. When is my time to relax?
So,
You know what I'm saying?
so you mean, so you mean to tell me that the man don't deserve at least an hour or two just to decompress after being at work, and be especially if it's a stress. See the difference between a man that goes to work and a housewife. You go to work, you got so many different personalities that you got to deal with. You might not like your boss, you might not like your coworkers, you might be stressed as hell, stressed. So when you get home, you want to decompress. You might not want to hear the kids screaming in the background. You might not want the TV on. You might want to
Uh,
go to your man cave and just decompress. I don't see any wrong in that. I really don't.
Okay, I could give you your decompression, but guess what? Give me mine, because sometimes I don't want to hear them damn kids screaming either. I don't want to have to fix no food either. I don't want to have to do a lot of things either. So my thing is that we got to work together. So when you have your decompression, say Monday, I'll even give you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, Tuesday and Thursday is my decompression time, and on the weekend we decompress together.
So basically what you're saying is it would have to be somebody that you have to work things out to, whereas you have your time and I have my time.
Right? You have to. You have to, because I think for me, I think it gets misunderstood that we are supposed to be working around the clock. After dinner dishes, and we got to go in there, clean the kitchen, put the dishes away, put the food away. We still working. Get the kids ready for bed. Did they do their homework? And it's like an ongoing situation. Like, the only time we get to relax is when the house is done settled down. By that time, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock. Now it's time to go to bed. God forbid if I wanted to read a book, can't do that. Well, I only got one eye open. The eye's tired. So, so now, you know what I'm saying? But if we work together, Okay, I understand you went out to work. That's why when you come home, these things were already done. And then I'm just saying this. Don't be talking about you putting no cap on no money. Yeah, we're not doing that. Don't be talking about we putting no cap on no money. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Because that was one
but
of his. That was one of his
so,
things too. Yeah, he was.
so what you feel like? You feel so? You think that the man should just give the whole paycheck? Is what you're saying? Because
I. I,
cap,
I think.
like, what do you want? What no cap on the money is what you want? Like, you want my whole check?
I just want. I want to evenly distribute. You know, we. I wanted. You got the part for the house. You got your part. We have the part for the children, and we have my part. So we split it 4 ways
By the
equally.
time all that's done, we ain't got shit for ourselves.
Oh, I said you got your part. Then we take. You know, we could take a little and put into savings for my parts.
You said for your part or our part? Like,
Our
what you
part.
say? Oh, okay. I thought you said
Our
your
part.
part.
Oh no no no
Okay.
no! My part ain't the only one's going into savings. Our part is going into savings to the vacation fund.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
equally because we equally
And
working.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm that type of. I wouldn't have a problem giving the whole check as long as because paying bills could be stressful.
Mm-hmm.
It could be. Let's just face it. It could be stressful as hell. So
Yeah.
if I got a woman that's willing to, that I know I can entrust that she's going to do the right thing with the money, by all means, here
Yeah.
you go, here you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm
But
telling
then
you.
you got those women out there where the man do give them the money to pay the bills, and they out there just spending frivolously. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody personally that they had a whole business, a successful business out here in Brooklyn, lived on the island. She was a stay-at-home mom with 6 children, actually seven,
That's a lot.
7 kids.
Yeah.
He worked. They had a restaurant in Brooklyn,
Okay.
Jamaican restaurant, a nice house and everything. They ended up losing everything because she mismanagement of funds. They lost everything,
What?
lost the house and everything. The man had no
What?
idea. He had no idea his wife wasn't paying the mortgage and paying the bills and stuff like that. Yeah, she wasn't paying the mortgage. She was taking that money, getting her nail. I mean, like, just spending frivolously, And now they were forced to leave that house to move into an apartment with 7 kids.
Well, he should. I mean, you don't just totally not check up on your finances. Number one,
Well, I
and
don't understand why not. If this is your wife and this is your wife, this is your wife here. You're entrusting your wife to do the right thing with the money. You shouldn't have to second guess what your wife is doing when it comes to the
no, you
finances.
shouldn't. But some people
That's
do
part of being
have.
a
Some
responsibility,
people do have. Some people do have habits, and what you have to do as that other mate is that you have to tap into that and see maybe why is she spending so much money? Is she bored? Do we need to do other things? So it's not just that she's spending money. It's just that something else is going on probably with her that she's not talking about. Maybe she don't even know herself. But it's you got to kind of tap in because it didn't just happen. Certain things starts to build up. Notices start to come to the house. You don't just overlook it because you say, "Well, she's in charge of the money, so guess what? She needs to handle that." No, babe, we got this thing here saying that the mortgage is not being paid. What's good? What's going on? You don't just omit or just wipe yourself totally out of the equation. You can't do that. That's why it's a partnership.
Okay. 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 I mean, well, what y'all think about that? Do y'all? I mean, you for the fellas anyway. If there's any fellas on here, would you be comfortable with letting your wives, you know, take care of the bills? You giving wifey the check to take care of the bills and just do everything
No,
financially?
I know this might sound a little selfish, but I don't want to take care of the bills. I just want to give me my part of the money.
So you don't like paying bills?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Because they probably won't get paid. I'm sis that
See, well, and that's the thing. If you that kind of woman that knows yourself, know that you have a problem with mismanaging funds, why would you take the responsibility of paying the bills
but
when
I
you
wouldn't.
know?
I
You
wouldn't.
know what I'm saying? Okay, well, you're one in a million because
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot of
wouldn't.
women out
I
there
wouldn't.
that that just, oh
I
yeah,
would.
babe, I'll make sure it's taken care of.
No, I don't even want
Three
that.
months later, three
Listen.
months later, you come in the house, you flick the light. Like, what the hell? Is there something wrong with
Mm-mm.
electricity outside? Is there a broken line?
Mm-mm.
You end up calling the Con Ed, like, your wife ain't paid the damn bill. That's why your lights out. You're like, babe,
I'm
what
t-
happened?
I'm not that person. I definitely with that. You could. I got enough going on with the house. I got enough. I don't need the aggravation of the bills. So you can handle that. Just give me my cut. Just give my little something, and I'm good. I don't need the headache of the bills too. That's all right. Bills are like that negative energy to me. I don't need that in my space. So he can handle that. Between working and paying the bill, I think he get a good deal.
I mean,
Right?
there's different strokes for different folks. As I said, I don't have a problem with it. And even if the wife wanted to stay home with the kids, I ain't got a problem with it. I just think that you staying home with the kids nowadays, it's not like it used to be. In terms of like the domestic thing. Women had to scrub, and now there's so many appliances and things to get the job done within an hour. Okay,
Right.
so my thing is, when women say, "Oh, I'm tired, I'm this and I'm that," and I'm just like, okay, well, it shouldn't have to take you that long to do the, especially to upkeep a house when you're a housewife. Your job is to upkeep the house. If you clean once or twice a week, it's not a whole lot to do in the house. I mean, am I right or wrong? It's not a whole lot to do if you there every day. There's a lot of downtime. It's a lot of downtime. And if you're the type of woman that's organized, you know you could have a lot of downtime so that you can do other things to bring in income in the house. That's all I'm saying.
Not when you making 7 babies.
I'm not having seven
Ain't
babies.
no downtime when you making 7 babies. And
I'm
Nigel
just saying
said,
when the kids is in school and all that, like when they no 9 times out of 10 kids usually in school by 8 o'clock. Okay, so you got eight to between the hours of 8:30 to, let's see, they get out like three,
"Nah,
two.
that's back in the days. They get out like
Okay,
2:30."
2:30. Okay, yeah, back in the day I used to get out at 1:45. Yeah, high school was one
Oh,
forty five. We was
oh
out.
no, but high school.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about those kids because you gonna basically be on your own. You in high school, you on your own. I ain't fixing the lunch. I ain't going to. You on your own. You can clean up behind yourself. And Nigel said marriage is an emotional and business relationship. If the husband is up on the business side of the marriage, he would have to have been paying attention on how the money is being utilized.
Hmm.
So exactly, I agree 100%, Nigel. He
I
needs to,
agree.
yeah, he needs to, keep up on that. You don't just, I don't care, even if she's the most the most uh the cheapest person in the world, like she barely spends money on anything. I still would have to know where it's going, like what is being
Hmm.
done. Make sure that things are, you still want to do that as a man. You just don't want to leave it all to her because she could be putting it on some offshore's account before you know it. You come home, the house is cleaned out, the kids are gone, and your bank account is depleted. You never know. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Delicia said, "Hell no, you got to clean every minute because them kids mess up every minute. I'm telling you, especially when they're toddlers.
Yeah, they
Toddlers,
the worst. They are the
they
worst.
oh gosh, every
They
time
the
you turn
worst.
around, they dropping Cheerios. They
But my thing is, okay, we all know this. We all know toddlers is this and that. Put up a guardrail and keep their ass confined to a certain area so they won't mess up that area. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's things. See, that's the problem. There's so many excuses.
Oh,
So
not the excuses.
that yeah.
Hey,
I'm
not
not
the
gonna say I'm not
excuses.
gonna say for all, but there's some of the excuses that people be coming up with. It's like, come on now,
I give
come
it
on,
to you.
baby.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
some of the excuses are a little weak. Like I have to say for myself, I have put out some weak ones from time to time. Most of the time,
and we be knowing, we
I
be
put out
knowing when
some,
it's
some,
bullshit.
But sometimes, what people don't understand, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I just don't feel like it.
Hmm.
I just don't feel like it. I don't want to do it. You know, I mean, if I feel like cooking, then I'll cook. If I don't, then I don't want to have to be, oh my God, I gotta make something. And, you know, like, unfortunately, Alex had hurt his Achilles, right? So he has been, like, can't really be on his feet like that. So this was this time it really has forced me to almost cook every day, and it like to have killed me. I was
Mm.
like, what is going on? So I get it, but sometimes we just get tired. And sometimes you just can't understand it. You're like, you're home all day. How do you get so tired? It's mentally. Sometimes you just get mentally drained. We don't have to be
Mm.
physically tired, but sometimes we just become mentally tired.
And I get that. I get that. And it's all about knowing when your spouse or mate or whatever, when you
Mm-hmm.
see that change in them, it's time for you to give them a break. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sometimes we get
Sometimes,
mentally
sometimes
tired.
we, and sometimes we. I think as men, we get so consumed and caught up within ourselves that we kind of forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, let me give her some time. You know what I'm saying? And we need to do that more.
Right. And
Not.
vice versa. Sometimes, he does have a hard day. And, even though he may not even discuss it with you, that doesn't mean that it's not in him. And he does have a
Mhm.
hard day. So sometimes we want to take that in consideration. And when he comes home, we don't mind fixing the plate because we know that his day was exceptionally hard. Especially if you talk to your mate throughout the day. You're like, damn, this is going on right now. Even if he don't bring it home, you know that was what was going on because he talked to you, at his lunch break or whatever. So you might want to
Mhm.
do something a little nice. You might want to give him a back massage. There's nothing wrong with that. I just say I
Mhm.
think it needs to be proportioned where at the end of the day, we need to have an end of the day. And I don't mean at 10 o'clock at night. All right, that should be our end of the day. That's almost the beginning of the next day. When you come home. All right, babe, I know that you cook. Okay, he can fix his plate. Or I could fix it. I mean, his plate. He can fix his plate. So who's all right? Who's gonna give the kids a bath? Like, which one of us gonna give the kids a bath today? It don't have to be every day. We could do alternate. But you still
Mhm.
have to do some work when you come home. You just can't think, well, I worked already. I'm good. Feet up now. Tired. Gotta get ready for work tomorrow. You can't do that. You have to still put in some work when you come home.
But you got some women out there that don't mind,
Oh, and that's the
uh,
ones that they should find. That's the one he needs to marry.
and that's why a lot of these men, be seeking women from other countries because women from other countries they have more. They were raised to cater to their men, and I'm going to tell you, Haitian women, they're raised to cater to their men.
Mm-hmm.
Latin women raised to cater to their men. I
Mm-hmm.
find a lot of men, search outside of their areas, which here in America, a lot of American women are not the catering type. They're not. They're not. I mean, let's just be real. Am I lying?
Are you saying American women or are you just saying black women? I just need to know.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
because you
okay.
because you trying to get me in
Okay.
trouble.
I'm just trying.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I asked a question, Jay. I asked a question.
Haitians are black. So I'm just saying. I'm saying
And the
American women.
culture. So you saying the
Yeah, and
culture.
it's the cultural thing. Yeah, a lot of and a lot of like. There's this one woman at my job. I'm like, me and my coworker. I'm like, we talked about her. We like, yo, we could tell like she's the type of woman that caters to her man. And based off the stuff that she do and how she move, like, and it's unfortunate in her situation that the man don't appreciate her. He
Mm.
he really, because when I tell you this woman is a good woman, she's
Mm-hmm.
a damn good woman. When I tell you she makes sure her man is good, and he's the type of man that just didn't appreciate what she did for him.
And to
You know.
piggyback off of that, I want to just say because I'm from the South, right? And
Hmm.
I just want to say, Southern at back when women were also did the same. It's not like it just happened. Like
Hmm.
we never did that. We also did that. But again, when you look at what was going on in the household with the way the men were treating them, we learn better, so we do better. So sometimes when they come over here and they learn that I can do things this way opposed to doing it that way, and I can start having happiness within myself, they start to change also. They don't all stay that way. we have been, we used to do the same thing. I've seen my mom do it, and my dad just, oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to ask ourselves what, why we decided to make that change. It was because a lot of times the women had to wind up going to work because the men out doing whatever, whatever. And the women had to wind up going to work. So she started teaching her daughter, listen, depend on you. You become that independent woman. You depend on you because a man is not guaranteed. And this is what we started having it instilled in our daughters because it
Mm-hmm.
was so much going on with these men.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we started out that way. We had the
So
same.
you think where you so you're saying that we are the reason as to why y'all have changed when it comes to the catering
I would
to the
say
men.
at least 75 to 80% of the reason, yes.
Hmm.
Based on my knowledge and what I have seen and grown up with, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I think some of the other part, maybe, with the change in society, even with social media, you got to throw
Oh,
that in there
definitely.
too.
I think that has definitely because when I was talking. I have a friend from Holland, and he travels to DR often. He's like, yo, he's looking to get married. He's in his 50s. He's looking to retire, soon and get married and stuff. And in DR, you got your areas where you got these women that you got these working girls. So I told him, I said, bro, if you looking to get married, you're gonna have to stay from that part of Dominican Republic because most of those women over there are, they're just looking to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
They're opportunists. I
Hmm.
said, if you want the type of woman that's family orientated and that takes care of home, and I'm not saying that they're not out there because they are, but you're gonna have to travel to those small towns and those rural parts where those small communities, because in those small communities you find it that people are a little, are more they're more conservative, they're more family orientated, and they're not the type of people that sleep around, because if you do, that whole community knows,
Okay.
she's been sleeping with that one, she's been, you know what I'm saying. So I told him, I said, sometimes we do have to step outside of our areas in order to find,
Yeah,
um to find love, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Sometimes you do. Nigel said women are catering to their man if it's the right man. Yeah, I believe that. They are catering to them to a certain extent if it's the right man. The same, I guess, if it's the right woman. Like I said, I always try to go vice versa because I know, I think that we need to have, somewhat equal parts as far as being good to each other. You
Facts.
know, so I totally agree with that. But we're winding down.
Yes,
Woo!
yes,
Oh Lord, it
we
went so
are.
fast, guys.
It
And
was.
thank you
Before
for
you
all your
know it, it's like,
comments.
yeah, we did. We really did enjoy you guys' comments. If y'all like the content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Um, and
Yes,
within 2 weeks or so, I'm going to be going away.
yes,
So Yodi and I haven't decided, if I'm going to shoot in Dominican Republic or not. It all depends on basically how the internet service is.
right.
Usually when I go, I have my own hotspot. I
Hmm.
have my own hotspot, an unlocked internet. I don't have to. I don't have to buy an unlocked phone. It's a hotspot. I go down there, I pay for a service, and I get my Wi-Fi, whatever.
Okay.
Depends on where. Yeah, it all depends on the area I'm in. Some areas are choppy. Some areas I can get a clear reception to. Whereas we get. So I guess what we'll do is do a test run to see how the service is down there, and then we'll determine whether or not we'll do the show.
Yes, yes. And Nigel, I really would love for him to be able to shoot from DR because it would be a different experience for me too. So
Um,
I would love for that to happen. So we're gonna try to make it. We're gonna try to make it happen.
okay.
That's definitely on our agenda. But we want to thank you guys once again. Thank you for the comments. We appreciate you guys. We love having you. We love watching the posts. We love everything about you.
We just love the interaction. Period. Love the
Exactly.
interaction. And if you guys have any comments that any ideas that you guys want to share with us, y'all can be sure to inbox us here on Spilling the Tea group page, or y'all can email us at spillingthetea at gmail.com as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and until next time, guys.
Peace and love. It's your boy JD and your girl.
Yodi
And we spilling the tea. Bring your tea without the honey, guys, because it ain't
ain't
sweet. It ain't
sweet.
sweet at
It ain't
all.
sweet at all.
Y'all be easy out there. Peace and love. Until next time.
Get that.